Hello, beautiful people in the world. I am your host, Essence.
And I am your host, Alondra, and you're now listening to Pretty Perspectives. Before we get started with today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell that you get notified every time we upload a new video.
Hi, how are you?
I'm like,
we have these toasted coconut hard toffee candies. They're really, really good.
I'm like, they were sitting right here, so I'm like, why not, huh?
I wonder where they get them. Maybe Trader Joe's. This look like a Trader Joe package.
Yeah. Tell me, you can recognize one without them.
Don't they look like a Trader Joe logo?
Why did they look like that?
Welcome back to a Pretty Perspective podcast, guys.
Hello.
Hi. So in today's episode, we will be talking about botch services that we've experienced
and we've seen,
and we're also going to be talking about work injuries, because in the spa realm, if you're like an esthetician or even a massage therapist and also a cosmetologist, we work with our hands a lot, and we have odds stacked against us when it comes to work injuries.
Yeah.
I'm
like, yeah. I'm enjoying this game.
It's good, right?
Yeah. Well, just as we were saying, starting out, we're going to be talking about, I would say, bad experiences or experiences that we've seen. It could be like social media, like somebody that we know, or just ourselves. Have you ever been through something like that?
I've been through two experiences. One when I was back in beauty school, and then the other is when I was actually working here. And it's not by you. I promise you. It's not by you. No, absolutely not.
I'm like, stop this video right now.
I have had a botched experience, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. But how about you? Like,
there's definitely one that has stood out to me. It's on social media, but I've also experienced a pretty bad service, but it was within what's called our scope of practice. So yeah, but within the same like beauty industry.
Which you've seen it on social media. Did you see it on TikTok?
Yeah. And you find a lot on there, a lot.
Did you like it or save it?
Yeah, I think it's around. So based on what can you see it?
No.
Okay. So what I was looking on that video, there is like this. Thank you. There was this cosmetologist. She was getting her regular clients' hair done, and I think she was doing like a color or some highlights or something like that. But she's working on her client, and she's recording this whole process. And I think she was recording it as a video for the person that she had there training. It was her assistant. So in the video, you can see her assistant is in the back, and then the lady is doing her client's hair. But during the video, the client says that she's not comfortable with the assistant being in the room. I don't know if this was like some racist or something like that. But she was like, like, is there any way that you can just do my hair like just you, like nobody else in here? And I think that kind of got the hairstylist like upset, like, hey, like this is my assistant, I need her here, and this is why she's in the room. And they started going at it, like little side comments like that, until the client got upset at the hairstylist, and she tried to hit her.
Yes,
I don't know if you've seen that video.
I did see it.
And the hairstylist, she was like, you know what? No, you're gonna leave like this with half of your hair done,
still in her hair,
in your hair, and you're not gonna about to disrespect me in my own.
She said ill something. What was her name? Jack. Was it a J name? Joey or Jacqueline?
Joey, something like that.
I don't know, but I know exactly what video.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because you could see the assistant in the back, she's just laughing. I'm sure because she was nervous, but she was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Completely out of
She was
pocket.
telling her that, she was telling her client that you're not about to sit here and disrespect my assistant. I have so many other clients, so I'm gonna just need her to wash your color out. Like, you're not gonna be, she's not gonna do your entire hair. She just needs her assistant to wash her hair out. And she was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You can do it. She was like, I'm so busy. And she ended up, being very disrespectful, and she swung at her.
Yeah,
physically swung at her.
She said something like, "Ooh, I would have lost it."
But she handled that so well.
So well. And I mean, being in customer service, it can be challenging.
Yeah.
Not just within this industry. Well, I feel like in this industry it can be a little bit more challenging because it's a very one-on-one thing, and you start to build like relationships, as we spoke in like previous videos. So it can be more tough, like when they try to get disrespectful with you, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna do this, especially because it can bring some type of downfall to my business.
Yeah, especially when they're swinging. And one thing that I did realize, because I was looking at the comments, and they were like, yeah, you handled that situation well. I hope your business flourishes right after this encounter that you just had. And one thing that I didn't see is that she was probably a baby boomer. Like, she was in her 60s, 70s. She was a lot older than the stylist, and the stylist was probably a millennial or Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming, but there's definitely that age gap, and I feel like she's seen the stylist as being not superior to her.
Yeah.
I feel like she probably felt the customer, and I'm not justifying what she did, because what she did was completely wrong. What I seen was that she probably thought that it was okay because she was a lot older.
But yeah.
So she thought that she would get away with it because she's a lot older.
You're gonna do what I say because I'm older than you.
Because I'm older than you, and I'm a senior, and I've been around the
I'm faster than you.
Because that's the only thing that could have
triggered that whole situation.
The entire situation. Like, who are you to raise a hand at someone?
Absolutely not.
And I'm like, it's probably because she thought she had entitlement because of the age that she was, and she was comfortable enough to speak to her in that manner, so she probably thought
maybe a regular too, who knows how long, like she was within the,
so she got too comfortable with the relationship that she had with her stylist. To
get it to that point, like, I'm gonna disrespect you, like trying to hit you. Oh no. Well, Joey, was it Joey?
I don't know. It's like a J name.
No, Joe something.
Ew, Joe. You just made me waste so much product.
Ooh, yeah.
She was like, well, how much? She was like, no, we're just gonna have. She was like, please, I'm sorry. After she swung, she was like, no, you need to leave. The stylist like, you need to go. I'm not doing your hair with the color still in her hair. She was like, well, what am I supposed to do with my hair? The stylist assistant was like, wash it out when you get home. She was like, oh.
You could tell she wanted to cry too. Yeah.
What I wonder is it because she got so comfortable with the relationship, she forgot that it was a professional setting as well? Does that make sense?
I feel like that's very common for it to happen. Even, I mean, when I first started like my I'm out of breath. When I first started my whole journey within like the beauty industry, I remember when they would tell me at school, like, you have to also realize that at some point, even your family members and your friends are gonna try to be like, oh, like you can just give me this free or you can give me this discount or something like that. But no, you have to put it in your head. This is my business. I'm not saying like, oh, you don't have to care. No, but you have to view your family members, your friends, and X, Y, and Z as clients. All the same. They want to come in, they're going to pay what it is. Mm-hmm. And they're going to get treated the way that it is, just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. You're not going to try to go around and be like, oh, no, I'll give you, today I'll give you, I don't know, 30% off, and then next time you can pay me the rest of it. No. Because then that's when the cycle begins, and then they get comfortable. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then after that, they let you down. But like, oh, last time you gave me a discount. Well, how come you don't want to give it to me now?
Yes.
If you started like that, why don't you just continue it? But that's something that we have to incorporate.
Yeah, it's something that we have to stand on business at the very beginning. But it's because this job is so much building rapport. Mm-hmm. You have to figure out and recognize what boundaries do you have as a professional and as a business owner. What areas are you willing to bend or become more flexible, and what areas you're not?
Yeah.
And just stand on that. And it's really hard, especially because you're a people person.
Yes.
Some estheticians aren't. Some estheticians are very reserved and shy. But a lot of us, we really are social bugs, and we love to build new relationships and meet new people. But that experience that I seen on TikTok,
I'm sorry, but that was bad.
Yeah, but I was putting myself in that professional shoes. I'm like, well, this could happen to any one of us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that me? Or you? It's me. Okay.
I was like, wait.
It's my stomach. We just got back from dinner. We ate.
I promise you guys, we're not starving.
No, we're not. I just ate shrimp tacos and fries. It was so good.
But yeah, oh my god, that was one of them. What about yourself, like on a personal or something that you've seen before?
So personally, I had this was in school. So I was in school. I'm not sure about you, but one of the incentives that the schools had at the time was beauty bugs. And say you have perfect attendance, you'll get a beauty bug that's worth X amount of money. Or if you have like a little, what are the Kahoots?
Uh-huh.
If you play a game of Kahoots and you are the first to second, winner, you will get a beauty bug. So the entire semester, I stacked up on these beauty bugs. I stacked them up. And then after 6 months, at the very end, I was using the beauty bugs to get my hair done for graduation. I got a nice massage. It wasn't nice. I thought it was going to be. But I booked a stone massage in the program. And those stones get really hot. Mm-hmm. And the massage student put this hot stone straight on my back. She didn't test it. I'm like, there's no way you did not feel how hot it was.
When we use those.
Yes.
They're hella hot.
Put it straight on my back, and the entire time I was like, this is too hot, get that off. And then, I wasn't able to relax the entire time after that.
I wouldn't either.
Because at the end, you have to rate the service, and I'm like, that was bad. She could have done damage. And the fact that she's been here for X amount of months, she should have known to test the hot
I'm sure that's the first thing as a protocol that they show you. Hey, you gotta, just like how we do with the towels. Mm-hmm. You don't just, once you take it out the steaming, what is it called?
The hot cabinet.
Yeah, like you don't just put it on their face, like, cause it's hot.
No, you gotta test it on your wrist. Mm-hmm. And I test the towels, and I test the hot stones like on my wrist, because sometimes it'll be really hot in the palm of my hands because it's just sitting there, but it's just sitting there. So you have to test it on your wrist to make sure.
Is it really that hard?
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. No, you're right. So that was one of the experience, and I made sure to rate it and let someone know, because girl, please,
my back. My back.
My back. And then the second time was here. I got she was a cosmetologist. She wasn't an esthetician. So she was doing a facial, just a basic facial. And we got to the extraction part, and she was extracting with the extraction tool, and she was not bracing, and she was pressing way too hard.
Oh, and I could just imagine how that feels.
And it left me with scars. Yeah, on my forehead. It looked so bad. Yeah. And so from then on, I was like, okay, no one touches my face. I had to do like CPR basically on my skin, because I had scars that I had to
take care of.
And that was actually a learning experience for me as well, because I didn't realize how hard we are capable of pressing.
Yeah.
So I always brace the face, and I always have the max pressure.
Like, I feel like I'm very light-handed. I've always get told, like, you're so light-handed. I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I'm putting all my force, but no, I guess I'm just light-handed.
No, you're very light-handed, but I was looking in the mirror to see if you were extracting or something, but you were extracting. It was just, you're very light.
Yeah.
And that's really important, especially when it comes to extractions.
No, because extractions, they can hurt.
Yeah.
They already hurt, because, I mean, your face is so sensitive. Imagine the metal tool just squeezing down in your skin. Yeah. So now adding force to that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So that was a learning experience for me, and it was like, girl, you need a little bit more training. But it made sense because she was a cosmetologist. She wasn't taught
how to properly handle all that.
Yeah, because I think you only learn facials within 1 week, and we learn it the entire time we're there, right? We actually break down
the anatomy of how it is and how it works and all of that.
Yeah. So that was an experience, a horrible experience. I think that one, the extraction, was the worst experience that I've ever had.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think my other one has to be my hair. I've definitely have been in the waters of testing like trimming my hair, and it got to this situation where I'm like, okay, like sure, I'll cut my hair, whatnot, but it was not cut properly.
Yeah.
And you could see it, and I have straight hair, so I feel like it's more obvious.
Yeah,
you know, like, hey, you're missing half of a hair over here, and over here is longer, and over here is shorter. So I think that was another one. But the thing about me is, since I feel bad, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
But I need to learn how to be like, hey, like, I noticed this. Maybe you think you can fix it. But I get so shy because I don't want to make them feel bad. But then again, there it goes. My hair is like, half of it is like cut.
Yeah, because you don't want to make it an awkward situation. But yeah, that's something that you really do have to, whether it's a stylist or an esthetician,
you need to say something.
Yeah, you have to speak up.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if you've been seeing this, since we're on that same topic, of this girl that it was her wedding. You probably did see it. You had to. And she recorded herself removing her makeup. She recorded herself, and she said that I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, when I get married and I do my makeup, I want you to be able to see that I'm wearing makeup. But in this video, I'm like, is she wearing makeup? Which is good, you know, that means like it was a good job. But in her point of view, it was the worst makeup. She did not feel comfortable. So she recorded herself. She decided to record herself on TikTok, removing her makeup. Eventually, TikTok got around it. They found who the makeup artist, and it got down to the makeup artist, and the makeup artist was so disappointed because she was like, "Hey, if you didn't like it, you should have told me right there and then either to change it or to remove it." Because you, at the end of the day, like, I went to do this, me thinking, "Oh my God, I'm doing this for you as an important thing in your special day." Yeah, and you're gonna tell me you don't like it?
Yeah,
regardless if she got paid or not, but I would feel like crap.
Yes, and also she, because all makeup artists do it, especially during
a trial before,
during a facial, a wedding, you'll do a trial run.
Yeah,
you'll do the same exact look that you will do on the day of your wedding.
Yeah,
and the fact that she did not speak up, and
since the very beginning,
and she recorded it all, like of her taking her makeup off, it was very cowardly of her. Yeah, and very disrespectful. And at the end of the day, it really affected her. Yeah. You spent this money on this makeup artist.
And you don't like it, then that's on you.
And you ended up doing your makeup at the end of the day. Okay. I mean, and I give women and brides their space, because on the day of your wedding, on the days leading up to your, we can be a complete pain in the butt to work with. Yeah. I mean, we're bridezillas. They don't call it bridezillas for nothing. Yeah. So I guess the difference between her and anybody else, any other bride, is that she recorded it all and she thought that it was okay.
And I'm sure like situations like that have happened before, but they've never been on video.
Yeah, they've never been on video. They probably had a worse encounter, like a bride yelling at the makeup artist because it doesn't look like what she wanted it to.
Oh my God. But yeah, I'm like, that was...
I'm sorry, I'm probably, I wouldn't say a feminist, but I would say that I'm a little bit more gracious and a little bit more understanding with brides like that. Does that make me...
That don't like their makeup?
That does things that are irrational like that.
Well, on the day of their wedding. At the end of the day, it is your wedding. Yeah. So it's up to you, you know. At the end of the day, you're spending so much money, but what I just didn't like is you didn't have to record yourself and put it out there like that.
She did not have to record herself, and that's where she went wrong. However, her reaction, it was her day. Yeah. So do whatever you want. Throw a tantrum, get upset, but don't bring it to other people. Because when we say it all the time, I mean, you put content out there, you're giving people the space and the room to have a comment on it, to have opinions. People have opinions, and that's completely normal.
But TikTok said, we're gonna search and we're gonna hunt for this makeup artist.
We're gonna bring it to her.
They were definitely, what's that word? It's not mediating the situation. They added, what is it called? Something to the fire.
Instigating.
Yeah, instigating. Yes. They were definitely instigating, and obviously, eventually, the makeup artist was like, you know what? This really upsets me.
But she did definitely take that situation, and she handled it with grace. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you put it on the website for everybody to see. So don't be too upset with the people. Be upset with the actions. But I understand what she did. I give a lot of brides space and room to be just like that. Because if it doesn't come out during the time that she's getting ready, which 9 times out of 10, somewhere in the mix of the bride getting ready before she hits the aisle, she probably is going to have a couple of meltdowns.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of emotions going through. Yeah. Chimes.
Yeah. But I would, as a maid of honor, take that phone away. Why did you even have her phone? What are you doing? Yes. No, like, that's the maid of honors. Yes. Okay, I'm putting it on the maid of honor.
You know what, maid of honor? It was your fault.
It was your fault. Okay.
Maid of honor was probably over there getting drunk. She's like, cheers.
Had no idea the bride is in the bathroom recording herself.
She's on the dance floor. She's like, hell yeah. I'm like, you know, the bride just exposed the heck out of herself, right?
It was definitely her job. Because somebody said, somebody posted on TikTok and asked, where does your phone go during your wedding? You give your phone to your maid of honor.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have access to your phone.
No.
Somebody else should be taking care of that and handling it for you. Because if not, that's what you will have.
And that's exactly what happened. So learn your lesson, ladies. I mean, I'm not talking about the brides. I'm talking about the maid of honor.
The maid of honor. If you are given that title of maid of honor and you do not
don't let this fool you guys.
The phone away from her on the day, you're not doing something right.
No, but that was definitely a very like controversial topic. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of services, this was not a poor experience, but I do want to put it in the video because we are talking about services. I was contacted by Angie, and she is a cosmetologist and a lash artist, and she contacted me via Instagram. She DM'd me, and she, offered me an opportunity to get my lashes done. So I have some footage that I would like to insert into this video of the experience, and the before and afters are so amazing. It's in Modesto. It's on McHenry, and it's in this beautiful, I would say, suite / boutique. And her room was just this so small but so beautiful. And the entire experience was very, very relaxing. And she took her time. She explained to me the aftercare. So I highly recommend, if you're in the Modesto area, to go ahead and check her out. If you are wanting a full set or a custom set, I'd highly recommend going to her. She's amazing. Thank you so much, Angie. I appreciate it.
There you go. Shout out to you, girl.
Yep.
But going into injuries, I feel like that's a topic that nobody really talks about because we rather just hide the pain away. Oh my God, it sounds very harsh.
No, for real, because some people think that our line of work is just rainbows and sunshine.
No. It is not. Something that they tell you in school, this is something that they, well, at least on my end, they would always be reminding us, is our back. You cannot be doing a service like this because you shouldn't tense up, but you kind of put your all when you're doing a treatment, a service. So if you're tensing up, then eventually it's going to get to you, like, especially in the back. That's why they tell you have to, like, straighten up, make sure you're doing this, try to stretch out while you're giving, whenever you can, throughout the treatment parts. But a huge factor is these right here.
Oh my God.
These. I know you've been experiencing it. I know I've been experiencing it. We've been experiencing, like, pain throughout this whole area, and it's something that just goes and comes back. And we were just talking about this earlier, huh? It won't ever fully go away. I don't think ever, but until the day that we just stop doing this, then maybe it's gonna go away. But in the meantime, if we're rested, at least on my end, if I'm rested, it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
But while I'm doing it, it doesn't.
No, not at all. Yeah. The wrist situation is the most everyone have experienced. Like, professionals who are in aesthetics, cosmetology, that's cutting hair or massage, we all fall victim, and we are all vulnerable to show signs of carpal tunnel.
Oh my God, but it's so uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable, and it sneaks up on you because you could feel.
And let's say you're like this, and then boom, a pinch.
Yeah, and it's like, wait, why does my wrist feel weird? Like, especially like what Alondra said, when you're not working, like when you're at home or you're off for the weekend, you're like, whoa, my wrist feels weird. And it's probably because we're not massaging, or we're not doing those massage techniques or using our hands. But it's very important to take care of yourself and your hands, because we work with these.
Yeah. I think I have a picture. I'm not sure. I think I have a picture of this time that I was literally going through it with my wrist, and you gave me what is it, the pressure point massage with the tool.
Yeah.
But like my hand was red. Like it was red, and it was a little swollen. And she told me like, it's fine, like this is just a normal thing. But I'm like, like for example, right now it feels like from here all the way to here, and then it goes around like this. I don't know how, I don't know why, or I don't know when it comes and goes. Right now I don't feel anything. Yeah. But as soon as I start working it up and then I rest a little bit, it just comes back.
Yeah. And does it, after the pressure point massage, did it feel a little bit better for a while?
Yeah. Okay. It was sore. Yeah. But you did mention it was going to be sore.
Yeah.
But I definitely, after that, the thing is I didn't stop working.
Yeah.
So I kept using my hands.
I definitely recommend, I believe it's a Walgreens or CVS compression sleeve for the wrists in particular, maximum support, because it gives you compression and it gives you support on your wrist. You've tried it out, right? Hopefully I can see if I can get a picture up on the screen for you all. If you're dealing with any type of wrist situation, I highly recommend this one because it's amazing. I mean, it really does work wonders. When I'm not here and I'm off, I actually gave it to my grandfather because he was having some issues when I went back home. So I got to get me another one. But I love that wrist compression. It really does help. Sometimes I have it on for too long because it really does feel awesome.
Yeah.
And also the pressure point. Is it in here? It is.
Is it?
This is like a little pressure point tool. Amazing. This is my fave.
You use this or this?
I use that
this
part.
And you just
So I would take, and this is something that I would do for myself when I don't have anyone to massage.
Oh, but Essence goes in ham.
So I would find the areas that will, like, I'll find like crystallized. It's hard to explain. Like a crystallized area where you feel a lot of like stuff going on, like a lot of fluid buildup, and I will hold it on there.
It doesn't hurt?
I would hold it, and then I'll go to the next point. It feels amazing. It doesn't hurt. It feels great. It gives me relief. Like, it gives me so much relief. And I won't stop doing this until I see the red. Just because when I see red, I think, okay, it sounds crazy. It probably sounds a lot. Like, don't do that. That's not not normal. But I see red because I'm like, okay, I've been doing it long enough that it's creating that healing response. Does that make sense? Because when you see that redness, it's creating some sort of healing response. But I'm not sure if you see it, but it's a little bit of hyperpigmentation right here.
Yeah.
Compared to the others. And it's because that's where I perform the pressure point, because that's where I feel the most tension around my wrist. But it's amazing. I love this thing. It's awesome. So I recommend, and if you don't have like a pressure point massage, I would just like
your elbow.
Like just help yourself out in any way possible to help take the tension off of your wrist, because that's another. And another thing is, my first month here working as an esthetician, my back was hurting so bad.
Well, you look at how I'm sitting right now. Like, I was just talking to him about the back.
It felt like a bus, just like.
And I feel like you're so like new to the environment that you try to do like whatever is comfortable for you, but eventually it comes up. You're like, oh, hold on.
Yes.
They did talk about this in beauty school.
Well, my thing is I always use the table, the side of the table. I lean on it as much as I can.
Yes.
Yes. I rely on the table keeping me up.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to put so much
like
strength and focus on my posture if I'm leaning on something.
Yeah.
It feels bad for you?
No, it just feels like
tension.
Yeah.
It feels like tension. It's like that crystallized
it feels
situation.
Weird.
It's amazing. I love it. But I'll like focus it on the areas where I'm feeling most tense.
Even like when it comes to, for example, on my personal end, I started noticing, as you guys can see, I am wearing glasses. I started noticing that I was squinting a lot and like forcing my vision a little too much, especially when it came like to extractions or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Since I was younger, I needed to wear glasses, but I never kept up with it. But it came to a realization where I was like, oh, okay, I can't be carrying that magnifying lamp everywhere, right? I can't. So I'm like, okay, I need to look into my vision a little bit more. And now I'm like feeling 10 times better, but
like I can't
carry it anywhere.
The mag lamp.
No,
you're right.
You know,
I definitely agree with you there. It's very important as any type of professional to make sure that you're prioritizing your health.
Yes.
Because sometimes we can put ourselves on the back burner and but you can't pour from an empty cup. So you need to make sure that what you can do, you do it. So when you clock in, you won't feel as drained or as burnt out.
A huge injury, I would say, is stress.
Yes.
Stress. You cannot let. I mean, everybody gets stressed. It's normal, but that one right there, it's.
Yeah.
It can come up on you.
I would say, as estheticians, we don't experience that much mental stress. However, we do experience physical stress on our body. Yeah. We deal with a lot.
Well, I mean, when we were talking about like energy, we are a ball of energy, but just as we're also a ball of energy, we're a sponge. We, soak up all that energy every time we see you guys. And you really have to come into your senses like, you know what, hey, I'm gonna seal this bubble of mine, and I'll just help you drain out that negative energy or whatnot from your bubble.
Yeah.
But it's hard to like block it sometimes.
Yeah. Speaking about having protection around your energy, another thing that we are exposed to are chemicals.
Yeah.
We have this barbicide, and it's blue. It's a blue solution, and it's very, 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 very strong. And I made the mistake one year of not protecting myself and just dumping my hands straight in the water. Have you ever done that without the gloves? Yeah. Well, you can experience. It's a carcinogen, so you're leaving yourself vulnerable to developing cancer, and also it's occupational allergy. Like you can really pick up an allergy from
the barbicide.
And so one thing, I didn't pick up those two, thank God, but one thing that I realized that was really affecting me is my skin was literally peeling. The palms of my hand. It was like if you were to get a TCA pill.
Oh no.
And your face is peeling. That's what the palm of my hand looked like. And I'm like, it's a barbicide.
Yeah.
So we also need to, and we're half of our job description is cleaning.
Yeah.
we clean a lot, which means that we're exposed to a lot of EPA
Chemicals.
certified chemicals, and that's higher than your what's the difference between the cleaning agents that we have here in the spa and the home grade cleaning agents that you have at home is that ours are EPA certified. So ours are a lot stronger in chemicals. It kills a lot more bacteria than your average.
And they can be strong.
They are very strong.
Very, very strong.
So we have to make sure that we are protecting ourselves and wearing our proper gloves. It's a lot.
It's a lot. You do not take this lightly. You cannot.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it. Yeah. Sorry, this is so random, me cutting this.
Did you notice it when
something in my brain is like, okay, this looks weird like that. I don't know. I couldn't take it no more.
You want to go ahead and close out?
You see the back. You gotta do some exercise. Even the neck.
Yes.
The neck sometimes, our neck is heavy. Our head is heavy. That's why our neck hurts sometimes, right? Because our head is so heavy.
When we're looking like this all the time.
Don't they say our head is the heaviest thing, or the heaviest part?
Yes, I think so. It's like.
Let me see.
No, I think so. I think our head is the heaviest.
The heaviest part in our whole body.
Yes. It's ridiculous because it's
imagine the little babies.
I know.
No, I noticed that there's videos where they like try to do this for the babies, and it covers their tiny hands covers everything, right? But if we do that, obviously we have space right here.
Yeah.
But they were like, have you guys noticed that when babies do that,
they can't do it?
Their little tiny arms wraps around their whole head.
It's because their head's so big.
They do got some big heads.
They do. Oh my god. Poor things. That's why I gotta support it.
I know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget for our YouTube watchers, don't forget to like, subscribe, and
turn on those push notifications to stay up to date every time we post.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a cute little chat.
Yeah, it was. It really was. Thank you so much for our Spotify listeners. We greatly appreciate you. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow our channel. And if you have a couple seconds after the podcast, go ahead and rate how we're doing.
Absolutely. And remember, love what you do
and care to be different.
Bye, guys.